This video contains a summary of the status of all the aerodromes in the UK under threat from housing, and other changes. This information is based on the update provided by the General Aviation Awareness Council in June 2018. Please visit the General Aviation Awareness Council at www.gaac.org.uk to discover what they do to promote general aviation, and to subscribe to the mailing list for further updates. The UK's general aviation airfields form a network, and each time an aerodrome is closed the network is weakened. If you're involved in general aviation in any way, then you have a vested interest in not only maintaining the network, but expanding it too. This summary lists 22 aerodromes in total in alphabetical order. Please note that the image portrayed in this video may not be the airfield specified in the summary. Andrewsfield, Braintree, Colchester, and Tendring councils are jointly developing a local plan for North East Essex, with an area including Andrewsfield Aerodrome earmarked for a garden community with ultimately 10,000 homes. Aylesbury, Tame. Upward Bound Trust Gliding Club have been given notice to quit, as the site is earmarked in Aylesbury Vale District Council definitive local plan for housing and economic development. Bourne. The site is earmarked for 3,200 homes in the definitive local plan by South Cambridgeshire District Council. Chalgrove. This aerodrome has been transferred from the MOD to Homes England, and is occupied and operated by Martin Baker Aircraft. The site is included in South Oxfordshire District Council initial local plan for a 3,000-home development with a new runway for MBA operations, but the plan is being reassessed, as concerns have been raised over infrastructure issues, and availability of site within the plan period. Deanthorpe. This site has been accepted under the government's Garden Village scheme for development with up to 1,500 homes, the development of which is supported by the Brudenell Estate, the site owner. Dunsfold. Planning application for mixed-use development with 1,800 homes on the site was approved by Waverley Borough Council on 14 December 2016, but called in for a public inquiry, the result of which was central government approval for the application on 29 March 2018. Elvington. York City Council's definitive local plan was submitted for public examination on 25 May 2018, and includes a development of up to 3,330 homes occupying the middle section of the aerodrome runway. Fair Oaks. Surrey Heath Borough Council made a confidential, unsuccessful bid to establish a garden village with 1,500 homes on site, with public consultations starting in February 2017. A local opposition group has presented an alternative scheme that retains the aerodrome. Halfpenny Green, Wolverhampton Business Airport. This aerodrome was sold to MCR Property Group, an investment and development company, focused on commercial and residential real estate. A tenant has written to MCR inviting them to consider a consortium to run the aerodrome. Hullavington. The former RAF Hullavington Aerodrome site has been sold to Dyson Limited, who obtained planning consent to renovate two existing Type D hangars as research centres. An outline planning application with a site-wide master plan is expected later in 2018. Kemble, Cotswold Airport. Commercial Estates Group have submitted a proposal to build a 2,000-home sustainable village on this brownfield site, as an alternative to the Cotswold District local plan proposal for a greenfield site near Cirencester. A definitive local plan has been through public examination, and the planning inspector's report endorsing continued aviation use of the site was issued on 5 June 2018. Long Marston. This aerodrome is designated in Stratford-on-Avon local plan adopted core strategy for housing, and has government garden village approval with an adopted supplementary planning document. The developer is Carla Homes in conjunction with site owner. Manston. An application, subsequently withdrawn but being resubmitted, was made on 10 April 2018 by River Oak Strategic Partners for a development consent order, to retain the aerodrome as a nationally significant infrastructure project. The site owners have submitted a revised planning application for mixed use retaining 1,199 metres of the existing runway for limited use by heritage aircraft. Thanet District Council has rejected the definitive local plan submission that included mixed-use development of the site, with the result that central government have stepped in to complete the local plan process. North Deans, Yarmouth Heliport. The aerodrome with two grass runways is for sale, having been disused since 2015 on the cessation of North Sea helicopter operations. Nottingham City, Tollerton. With the support of the landowner, this site is earmarked for up to 4,000 homes in local plan core strategy, adopted by Rushcliffe Borough Council. Old Sarum. The site owner's planning application for housing development and 10 additional hangars amongst other work, was objected to by various parties as being detrimental to the site's heritage, and potentially limiting use of the aerodrome. An appeal made by the owner to the Planning Inspectorate for non-determination of the application by Wiltshire Council, with public inquiry hearings starting on 9 October 2018. The council subsequently rejected the application. Panshanger. Welwyn Hatfield Borough Council's definitive local plan provides for a realigned grass runway to the north of previous runway. Two separate parties are seeking to reopen the aerodrome, and one of these has submitted an outline planning application. Peterborough, Sipson. Huntingdonshire District Council submitted an unsuccessful bid for a 2,500 home garden village on the site. The council subsequently withdrew the support for the proposal, but the site is still listed in the council's Housing and Economic Land Availability Assessment. Plymouth. Fly Plymouth, a local social enterprise aerodrome support group, plans to reopen the aerodrome and start regional airline services. Sutton Harbour Holdings, the site leaseholder, have proposed a mixed-use development, although the definitive Plymouth City, Southwest Devon joint local plan retains the site for aviation. Redhill. Landowner and Thacum Homes, a local housing developer, have proposed a 6,000 to 8,000 home garden village on the site and adjacent land. The current draft local plan earmarks the aerodrome for employment purposes, and notes that the site is within the green belt, with a high risk of surface water flooding. Wellesbourne Mountford. Gladman Developments, in conjunction with the site owner, have proposed a development of 1,600 homes on the site, although the Stratford-on-Avon District Council local plan adopted core strategy has earmarked Long Marston Aerodrome as a preferred housing development site. Core strategy stated policy is to retain and support the enhancement of the established flying functions and aviation-related facilities at Wellesbourne Airfield. The council have formally rescinded the owner's permitted development rights to prevent building demolition work, and is seeking to negotiate a possible purchase of the site. Wickham Air Park. The site leaseholder, Helicopter Aircraft Holdings Limited, has agreed new leases with the landowner, Wickham District Council. The definitive local plan submitted for public examination provides for an industrial and warehousing complex on southeastern part of the site, resulting in loss of a runway and relocation of gliding activities. That concludes this update. If you have new information, suggestions, or feedback, please post a comment below. Please like and share this video to spread awareness of the threats to general aviation in the UK. Finally, please visit the General Aviation Awareness Council at www.gaac.org.uk, and subscribe to the mailing list for further updates.